All right. Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 5, Episode 5. This is our golden episode, I think. Golden, right? We'll talk about that a little bit. Well, we're on video. Woo! We're on audio. We are everywhere. This is the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss things, all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and with me, we have... Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The man that knows not to judge another rider by the thickness of their chamois, but instead, how noisy their brakes are. A guy that won't stop at a lemonade stand when he's trying to get those Strava KOM segments. The person to whom I direct all my video game questions to. Josh! Hey Josh, how are you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Sunday
happy
morning.
to have you, man. Yeah, Sunday morning for us. Yeah, really, or Sunday afternoon for our next
Got my
person.
coffee locked in, ready to go.
And today, the guy that has more KMs in the last 2 days than I have miles in my whole week, thanks to FRR Super 6. The guy that can open a champagne bottle and not get popped in the eye. Still feel bad about that one. Sorry. And the guy that you know just by listening to him has at least 3 remotes for his TV. Just turn them on. James! Hey James, how you doing? Hey. Good morning. How many
afternoon.
Afternoon. How many remote controls do you have for your TV, by the way?
We've only got one, but probably should have 3 from the amount of times we lose the one that works, if that makes sense. So
yes, it does. Well, I have like 4. What about you, Josh? How many do you have for your TVs?
Just one, you know.
Oh my gosh!
And even in our bedroom, we have 0. We use our phone because we lost our other one. So.
I got to say that we bought a newer Roku, little Roku streaming box. I don't know if you know what those are, but we bought one of those, and it has on the side of it, if you press the button, it makes the remote control whistle, and then you can usually find it inside the couch all the way at the bottom, and you got to stick your hand in there and find it out of the old pieces of pretzels and stuff like that.
That's actually super helpful.
Oh, it's awesome! Yeah.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah, that's like the easiest Josh proof thing. Need to get me one of those.
Yeah, well, I have at least like 3 or 4 remotes because you got one for the stereo, one for the TV, one for the Roku, and then one for the I think the Blu-ray player, and then
got one for my dignity.
And lost that one. No, you can't find that one.
So can you flush the toilet off your remote control then, Dustin?
No, but we're working on that one. We've got that one. Yeah, that is interesting. That I was just talking about. My shout out to my friend Glenn about that, about having Wi-Fi and all the different appliances. But he's worried about it because he just bought a new dishwasher and it has Wi-Fi on it. And my stove has Wi-Fi on it, but it's like I couldn't buy a stove that didn't have Wi-Fi on it when we bought it a couple years ago. And I thought, this is somehow someone's gonna like hack into my stove and only cook half the pizza or something. I don't know.
Really rude stuff like that.
Yeah, or something very silly and just set it to 69 degrees or something. But sorry. All right. Anyway, so you guys, we haven't talked for a while. It's been like a whole week since we talked. Josh, what have you been up to, man?
Well, did one ladder race this week. Ended in we did Snowman as the course, which
I saw you warming up that night. By the way,
yeah. We were warming up both for a ladder race, and so we did part of Snowman that ended on the Mayan Mountainside KOM summit, and just couldn't pull together a victory on that one. Ended pretty close, 30-25, I think the final score was. Got 3rd place.
Nice.
But
man.
I've been doing a bit of climbing recently, even though I absolutely hate it. But just trying to get more specialized ethos unlocked. So I did Climb Portal twice this week.
Oh, good work.
Yeah, and then yesterday did a big ride with the Zwift Fondo. So I think that ended up being like 60 some miles.
Wow.
66, I think it was. And yeah, I didn't realize the Epic KOM was at the end of that course, so I regretted that decision immediately. But I mean, it was fine for some mostly zone 2, and then kind of pushed up the Epic KOM because I wanted a new PR there. So
But I love those fondos because I wouldn't normally seek those out by myself. So I
yeah,
really
I just was like, oh, 100 kilometers, like, yeah, I
like to
could go
do
for
that.
like a longer ride until I saw like, oh, this includes Volcano KOM and this includes Epic KOM. Like, I was hoping for something more flat, but I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
Anything to
Yeah.
get the elevation on the Athos, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, that's cool. Did you switch bikes too, or did you have that one?
I was trying to upgrade the distance on the Dogma because I have the S-Works unlocked already to its fullest thing. So was just trying to get the Pinarello upgraded for distance, and then I swapped at the base of the Epic KOM to the Athos, and I think I'm just a couple 100 meters away from level 3 now. I think level 3
That's
or
awesome.
4. It's been grind.
Oh, we just need to change your name to Matt Ladd and get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
exactly.
he'll
I know.
unlock all of them. He'll unlock all of them in one day.
Yeah, I think he has almost all of the Halo bikes too, which I mean that's got to be awesome. I haven't ridden any of them because I haven't earned any of them. James, you have one, don't you? You don't have any of them yet? Oh, I thought you did.
Not of the Halo bikes. I unlocked the Athos mainly from the FRR charity day, going up and down the Alp, which nearly broke me. And I think I unlocked the S-Works, and then I'm sort of half-heartedly trying to get the Canyon bike unlocked. I haven't quite, when you sort of, you're not there because you're in the middle of it, Josh, aren't you? You sort of, I don't know which bike to try and just have running in the background unlocking at the moment. So I need to probably sort of work out the best way to try and get to a Halo bike.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to be motivated because once you've unlocked something to level 5, like if you use Zwifter bikes or any other like analysis, it'll say like, hey, just use this bike for every single race. So it's
everything.
It's like you're not exactly motivated to just use another bike that is worse statistically in like a race format. So it's been a bit of a slow roll after upgrading one.
And then what about the fully upgraded Tron? How does that compare to the S-Works?
I still think the fully upgraded Tron is just not the best anymore, which is sad because of how much effort it takes to
unlock that one.
Yeah, to unlock. But
I'll be interested to see if Zwift changed that at some point, because obviously you had the allure of the Tron for the effort to get to it. So I can imagine once the, pardon the way of putting this, maybe the sponsorship towards some of the other bikes has worn off, that you might see an upgrade of the Tron going forward again. That'd be nice, because I think you really have to cut your cloth to earn it. So it should be there as one of the icon bikes to have, and it's sort of lost its allure a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I will say it's not. We're talking like a half second saved over like an hour, so it's not that much of a difference. But still, when it's not the best, I mean, you're not going to use it.
James, I think we have the same bottle. By the way, here. Wait, can you hand me your bottle? Hand me your bottle. Let's see. Since we're on video, okay, all right, and then. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that one. It'll be a lot more seamless.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, that's awesome. All right. Well, for the people following on the video. Okay. James, we need to do more sight gags, I guess, since we're on video. All right, James, what have you been up to this weekend? Or this week?
Thankfully,
sorry.
Thankfully not as much lifting as last week with the completion of the FR Tour France. So it's been the Zwift Racing League. I've only done races so far actually this week, the Zwift Racing League, and then the start of the Flower Moves Racing Super 6 series was on Friday, so I managed to race twice in it. So yeah, that was tough. And then basically the week has been taken up with just admin around the Super 6 series, which has been a little bit painful, if that makes sense. I think hopefully I'll ease off, or I need to I need to delegate more, I think is the answer from there. So I might have to have a proper chat with Josh from a ladder perspective, how he does it, just to sort of spread the load a little bit from that perspective. And the only thing non-motor related, I also need the captains, which is one of the challenges that I think we're also, I think I'd be interested from the listeners / viewers on what's their experience in their particular Zwifting teams as well. We do seem to have a dedicated core of riders who captain, but we could always do with a few more just to spread the load a little bit from that side. And then the only other thing else I thought I'd share from your perspective, Dustin, is I was performing at the Royal Albert Hall on Wednesday to crowds of thousands, if that makes sense.
Okay, so now I saw this on the rundown, and so I went to their website, and I was trying to find out what you could, and I wanted to guess what you performed at the Royal Albert Hall, because I went there and went to the website and checked it out, and I didn't see anything that would. I saw there was a sumo expedition. Are you doing that? You're not doing that, are you?
No.
Yeah,
okay. That's his passion project outside Cyclists.
We've got a choice. I could tell you, we could throw it out to the your viewer / listenership to come up with the best suggestion that we can talk about next week.
Yeah, well, but the sumo thing, that would be really cool. I really think that's interesting. I've never done it before, but it is, and sumo's for everybody, not just the super big guys. But anyway, all right. So James, what were you performing? What were you doing?
Oh, I work for a university in London, and we run our graduation ceremonies, or was it? I can't even pronounce it now.
Commencement, or
no, it's commemoration day is what we call it for our undergraduate students. So on Wednesday we had 3 ceremonies there. So we had about 6,000-7,000 each ceremony, and my role within there is sort of floor manager. So I'm in the arena and up on the stage, making sure that all our students get across and sort of managing that experience. So it went really well. So if any of my colleagues are watching, congratulations, well done. It's a good team effort. But yeah, it was a long day. Makes sense. So I did burst out a few lines of "Let It Go" on stage, which to record for my daughter, because we were watching a Disney playback, and I was like, I'm going to be on there next week. She was like, okay. She didn't believe me, so we did it and filmed it and sent it to her, and she was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I've been on stage. Didn't have the same impact, unfortunately.
Yeah, that. Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. That is awesome.
To a huge applause, right?
Yes. Oh man.
I think security would have removed me from the building, if that makes sense. But we did it in between ceremonies, so there was people sort of dotted around, but nobody who was like, well, what is that crazy person doing? So yeah.
Oh yeah, all you have to do is say it's for my daughter, and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. But I've done similar things, and like my daughter has no idea like the places I performed and everything like that, and she just has no idea. But that's whatever. That's okay. Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. I haven't been to the Royal Albert Hall except for their website, and even their website was impressive though. But yeah, I can't wait to see you there next, either in sumo or singing. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So
we can sort that out anyway.
Yeah. Well, so for me, I've been I haven't been doing much either. I feel like this week has been a little bit lighter just because I've had to work so much, which is always getting in the way of things. We had ZRL this week, which I felt went okay. Still a little. I feel a little lacking about only having the 4 rounds, but we'll talk about that a little bit more too. But I do have to mention friend of the podcast and Zwift Racing app. Zwiftracing.app creator Tim Hansen. He and I are actually in the same time zone and same league, and I couldn't believe it when I saw him there. And anyway, my goal was to beat Tim, and Tim is a very fast person. Let's just say that. So we got to the end, and he was like 4 seconds away from me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my goal was to beat Tim," and like I thought I was going to be up higher in the break, and I wasn't. But man, I made it my goal, and I did beat Tim. So I sent him a message. I'm like, "Come on, Tim, let's go," and he's like, "I'm cooked," and I'm like, "Well, let's." I gotta go. I just went right past him. Yeah. So, but I wanted him to come with, I didn't want to leave him, but that's how it goes. So I ended up finishing like in the 20s, but that's all right. Yeah, I was happy to do that. But then we had the following night, we had a ladder race, and going up Box Hill in the Surrey Hills. Now James, you live near there, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not too
Y-
far away.
eh,
And I've cycled up it probably only a
Yeah.
few
What?
times.
How does it compare to the real
I think
life?
the Zwift is harder, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, we're planning because it was in the club segment of the month, and myself and another agent, rider Adrian, who lives not too far away, had initially said we were going to meet up and do it, but September was just a bit too busy in the end. But I'm still planning on doing it, and I'll borrow a GoPro and film it and sort of send it to you from
Yeah.
that side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels tougher on Zwift, if that makes sense. I'd be interested if
Post when
anyone
you're
else.
post when you beat your KOM record.
Just a good
But
idea. You'd need to do
yeah,
it early. It does get very busy. It's really popular.
yeah.
You know, if you go up sort of lunchtime and don't even bother because you're just gonna be stop start all the time. But I will I'll compare the Strava segment. It's not quite comparable, if that makes sense, and see if we can sort of
Mhm.
measure it out and go from there. I'm sure somebody else has done it, so
Yeah.
bit of a search, we'll find out from there. But we'll give it a go if that makes sense. But it's
Yeah,
quite
definitely.
it's quite cool to be able to ride somewhere virtually and then go and do it in real life. Apart from Yorkshire, Yorkshire just should be leveled. It's a horrendous place from that side. They
Oh
should turn
man.
it. Personally, if ever I was elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, I
Mm.
would build a wall around Yorkshire, fill it full of water. So I probably alienated
Oh.
a
Oh.
significant proportion of your
Yeah.
viewer/listenership with that behaviour. Might need to kick me off.
uh,
Might be my last time in the podcast.
no, it'll be all right. After going up the Yorkshire KOM, back and forwards last week for ladder or for whatever we did. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, well, yeah, that'll be really cool though. But going up Box Hill for our ladder race, I got to say that when we were going up there, we got to the white paint, and that's usually like a good place to attack. And so, we had 4 versus 4 there. Or no, we had 5 versus 5. But we were by that point we were just down to like a 3 versus 3. And anyway, big shout out to Blake on our team on Uniranium. He took off, and I was gonna go with him, but I ended up staying back because nobody else went, so I was playing defense, if that makes sense, right? So because I was gonna cover any other counterattacks, and then Smashy was with me, so we were covering any counterattacks. So it was 2 versus 2, and Blake's all the way up the hill, and we're like, go Blake, go, So then, but like, I don't know. I get into rhythm and I couldn't stop, and so I was just trying not to bring anybody up to Blake, but trying to keep that distance. And anyway, we get all the way up to the top. Blake goes down. He gets the win. It's awesome. We get to the top, and there's just me and one other guy. And because Smashy was just a little bit behind me, but she was coming in really fast. And anyway, long story short, we're going down. We get the anvil. Okay, I'm like, oh, anvil, here we go. This is anvil time. Boom, pop the anvil. I'm going like 50 miles an hour, and I'm just super tucked, relaxing. Got like 10 seconds on this guy. It seems like, I don't know, it was a long time. I'm like, this is it. I got second place sewn up. This is going to be awesome. And then he comes whizzing by me because he hit his anvil like I must have been like 5 seconds later. He like just waited just like 5 seconds and then just went right past me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. I'm over. So
Do you
then
have to sprint to catch up?
I did, and when we got down to the bottom, we were back together, and you know how you have to go up the escalator there at the end.
Oh,
So
the
I'm getting ready.
worst. The
Yes,
worst.
that's one of my favorite places to attack, and I feel like that's a classic attack point, isn't it? I don't maybe it's just
Yeah,
me.
because I mean it's not too far away from the finish,
Yeah.
depending on what course you're doing.
Yep, and I can't remember which one we were on, but it was only like a mile away from the end or 1.2 kilometers. And and anyway, so we're getting to that point, and I'm like, well, this is it. You know, you got to take the risk or lose the chance, right? So I just laid on the watts, put down probably maybe I don't know, maybe 250 watts. I don't know, but no, I put down a lot. I know. I put down
power
a lot.
A whole city with that.
I know. These legs, if these legs could talk, they'd be screaming. But so then I get up over the escalator and just keep on hammering it. And and he was cooked. I got second, and then Smashy came up right behind me and passed him again, dropped him like a quart of wood, and then kept going. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we won. So it was I really was I was hoping to get first, but that whole thing of like just well, I wanted my other teammate to win. I wanted the team to win. This is like it's like soccer or football. You want the whole team to win. It's not one person that just wins the thing, right? But it's for ladder. That's what makes it so interesting. But anyway, so we're I couldn't bring my the opponents up to Blake. I did the right move, right?
Yeah. I mean, as long as like you can bridge, as long as you don't bring the other team with you, because that's the recipe to get people on your team pissed at you.
Yeah, bring all the opponents up there. Yeah,
just bridge all the rest of the opponents.
Yeah. All right, so that basically I've been doing that, and then riding, and I'm going to be going outside here soon, which I'm excited about too. Well, we can talk about that in a little bit, and then the only other big thing that we have is is Amazon Prime Day, and so I was looking for things that I wanted to get on some sort of deal. I had to overhaul one of my hubs, so I bought 600 ball bearings of various sizes, and they're all sorted, so they're not because I need to, because I've got one hub that's like really grindy, and I took it apart, and it's missing some ball bearings. Now they may have all been in there, but then I dropped them when everything came out. I don't know. You can't find them anymore, right? So anyway, so I bought some ball bearings, and I'm going to redo that hub. And I'm really looking forward to that because it should be kind of fun, maybe, if I do it right. And then I'll feel very accomplished if I can get it. And then I have to say that I bought a dog bell. Now, this is not a bell to bring my dog back in, but you guys both have dogs. Do you have a dog bell for your dog to tell you when to go outside?
No, he just barks incessantly. It looks at us in disgust if we haven't let him.
Yeah, I know. It's like that. You get that look, like what are you doing? And then well, our dog, she's a puppy, and when we first got her, we had a dog bell, but it broke. I don't know what happened to it. I think she clawed at it or something, and it broke. So hadn't been using it for a couple months. So then I'm like, well, I'm gonna get her something. It's Amazon Prime Day. Everybody deserves something nice, I guess, right? So I buy this dog bell. Man, what a mistake. She took to it right away, and then she goes right up to it.
She just there and bats it constantly.
Yep, and like it's time. Yeah. It's time. Yesterday we were.
Do you regret this decision?
Yes, I do regret this, but it's better than I don't know if it's better than her just like constantly, because it's nice outside right here where we live in Minnesota, so she wants to be outside all the time, and which I don't blame her for, because it's awesome outside, right? Yeah, and but anyway, she's being hit the bell. I thought about getting those dog buttons. Have you seen those things where you can like record a message?
Yeah, where the dog says profanity. I like
that. That would be so much fun. But anyway. All right. Yeah, well,
that wouldn't work in our house. Just going back to the ball bearings.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's really disappointed that they didn't just come all in together in one bag.
One big thing, just a bag of ball bearings.
That'd be brilliant.
I know.
They sort them out.
Yeah. By size, and I would do it too. I'd have them on the table. I'd be like, okay, this is a 1/4 inch, this is 3/32 of an inch.
I'm so tempted just to order you some more and just say, can you mix them up, please?
It's funny, they were only $6, and I was gonna buy the specific ones for my hub, which is a 1/4 inch, and which I was also surprised they were in inch and not in metric at all, but they were in standard. But anyway, maybe I ordered the wrong ones, but and I was gonna buy just like 20 of those, but that was like $7. But then you could buy 600 of them for $6. I don't understand that, but
the math is mathin'.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna ask the blindingly obvious question: what on earth are you gonna do with them? The ones that you don't need.
I don't know. And I told all my friends that
you're gonna put them in a bucket and then dump them downstairs. and
Yeah,
see which one wins.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do because yeah, I guess just hang on to them, and then when somebody in my neighborhood needs ball bearings, I told all my friends already that do bike maintenance, like if you need ball
like
bearings,
I'm the ball
I've got
bearing
some.
guy.
Yeah, because
we need
yeah,
we need to do a competition for the podcast, and
Yeah.
the winner gets a small bag of mixed ball bearings.
and then it'll cost like $25 to ship them. Yeah, but I'll just order them on Amazon.
Yeah,
That'd
free.
be better.
Just pay
Yeah.
shipping and handling.
Yeah, you've won a $25 bill. All right, well, in honor of our golden episode, because I figured this is season 5, episode 5. I am donning one of my old my favorite kits here. It's time for the reveal, and anyway, it's getting hot, so I gotta take it off. But this is and we were talking about this earlier. This is the the Ride Like a Unicorn kit, and I'll stand up so the viewers can see a little. Yes, if you can see. Yes, yeah.
That's actually hilarious.
A rainbow farting unicorn on my chest, yes, and one on my elbow, and this is a perfect opportunity. One on my elbow, like that, yeah. There we go. All right. And anyway, yeah, this is the shout out to my friend Bob. He designed this kit. This is the rainbow farting unicorn. I can't remember the unicorn's name. It has a name, but anyway. But as you can see, yeah, and we even got it was so funny. This was like probably the first jersey that I ever bought that was like not like off the rack or for like a like a normal one. Anyway, and my buddy Bob designed this, and we even got temporary tattoos, which yes, I had to help him apply one to his lower back. But yeah, anyway, that was a interesting bonding moment.
Questionable. Did you put one on your head?
No. I had much more hair back then. Yeah, it was a long time ago. But and anyway, I love this jersey. I should wear it some more. But I did. I crashed in this one. We were talking about crashing, Josh, and earlier, and I know it's one of your favorite topics. But like I have a jersey. I thought it was this one. I will tell a tough story here. I was mountain biking, yeah, and I crashed, and I had a stick sticking out of my arm, and like it was pretty cool. And so I was just like, oh, that's not good. So I just pulled it out and then threw it on the ground, and then just kept on going.
That's no antiseptic or anything.
No,
needed.
I probably should have,
Put
but I
some
ripped
dirt
my
in
jersey.
it.
Yeah, yeah, it went
put
right
some
through my
dirt in it.
jersey. Yeah, it just kept going. But yeah, and then I remember, yeah, we were somewhere like at the pool or something, and somebody said, "What happened to your arm?" Because it was all bloody and bruised and everything at that point. And it's like, yeah, mountain biking, it happens. I'm just so tough.
Fended off a bear.
Yeah, same. There was a bear on that trail, actually. That's really funny that you mentioned that. And the last time I saw it, it scared the heck out of me and the bear. Oh my gosh, we both got the heck out of there. Okay, sorry. I know we are digressing, and we've already we've probably spent 45 minutes talking about this. Yes, yeah. So yeah, let's get we'll go on to our main talking points. I'm sorry, everybody, but it is getting to be Zwift weather. I know we've talked about how nice it is. My dog loves to be outside. We've been getting outside, all of us getting outside because we all live in the northern hemisphere. But there's people that are coming back to Zwift after they haven't been for all summer. So make sure, just a public service announcement, make sure you get your Zwift racing score settled. Make sure you do a race, do a couple things like that, and get your Zwift power updated and all that stuff as well, just to make sure everything's accurate. So there's public service announcement. But let's talk about ZRL. Now, I know, Josh, you didn't do ZRL this time, but I know you had some FOMO. Maybe. No, I don't know. Some fear of missing out. No, I don't know. But ZRL round 1 wrap up. Let's just talk about this. James, I know you were doing this all and everything. What did you think about having just the 4 races?
Well, if we go back to the last podcast, I thought we had 6 for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
so
all
it
right.
shows, as a team captain, I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I'm sort of torn. I'm torn because it's come, it's gone. We've done well, technically, we've sort of completed a round. We'll come to that slightly in a minute. But it seems to that this month where we've been racing has passed really, really quickly. So
it did.
I don't know. I think positive, negative. I don't know. I can't make my mind up. I like the fact that as we've talked about previously, we only have one team time trial. Looking at the final race on Tuesday, I think the Jarvis Seaside Sprint as a route was quite interesting. I think it will make quite a good ladder route. And
I thought the exact same thing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and it'll be really interesting when that becomes available, because you've got a lot of segments for power ups. And then you've got the in theory the 2-tier climb, so you've got opportunities to break around. And I think the finish coming through the S's onto the bridge gives a real opportunity for being able to do punchy breakaways as well. So I thought that as a route was really good, actually, and I'm hoping we'll be able to see that used a bit more. So I sort of I wouldn't say enjoyed it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think we get through. I can't really make my mind up whether I like it or not. It seems a bit too short. But then again, I've been so used to 6 rounds, and it was 8 before that, so it's sort of reduced down.
True.
I think.
Hey,
I think
now
the
that
reduction.
it's 4, though, James, it's more admin, which I know we all love.
That's
more
true.
admin work.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know. I'm torn, if that makes sense.
I feel the exact same way, though, and it also feels like every Tuesday, this is what I'm doing for the next 6 weeks. It's I'm in the basement. Doesn't matter. I'm either racing or DSing or something or whatever. But it was weird to only have 4. But to that point, though, does that mean that the next rounds are all going to be? Is that going to be their format? We're going to have a TTT. We're going to have a scratch race, or we're going to have 2 points race and a scratch race. Like,
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's it.
But I was incorrect. Yeah, I was incorrect last week and had to go and check just to make on that make that up as well. So don't trust me. I memory like a sieve. But it does.
Yeah.
The problem is also when it starts, when the Zwift Racing League starts, it feels too early. That round felt like a warm up just to get people back into the swing of things. Would be my gut feeling on that.
Yeah, very well could have been. Yeah, because for that exact reason, just get everybody sorted. I mean, it took forever after the TTT. I know I was waiting for our results to get posted. I don't understand why it takes them so long, but it takes a long time. But little did we know that they were reshuffling some of the things. I mean, at least my team was reshuffled down to a different category, which was better for us because we ended up third in the third. No, I mean, not to brag, but
over here flexing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, look at that. Yeah, right there. I did 10 push-ups this week by accident. And anyway, not in succession. But yeah. Yes. We got third. I was super happy about that. The Epiphany has been just rocking on that, and that's been awesome too. So so I'm definitely happy that we're only going to have one TTT though, because it's just.
Did they change that? Because the Zwift Insider article I'm looking at says rounds 1 and 4 are 4 weeks, but rounds 2 and 3 are 6.
When you go onto the WTRL site, it was saying rounds of 4, but again, that might change if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a large gap between there too, which we'll talk about in a second. But how about the now the promotion relegation between rounds? I have not been a part of a. I guess I have in the past. I've gone up, but and then we're immediately at the bottom, But have you guys been on a team that's gone up or down?
Yeah, it seems like every team I've been on has gone up or down, and it's neither time have we finished like last or first in each of those instances. So it's been interesting, I guess.
Yeah,
and I've had been in both teams that have gone up and down, but I've had the other extreme of being winning team and also being the bottom team as well. So it varies. It was interesting because Dustin, you alluded to it as well. That first TTT, then they juggled up the league. So when we initially looked at our result, and I only checked this about 2 days ago, we'd finished about 8th, and we'd had half a team out, and it was a real pain. I was like, oh, that isn't a great start. But then they reconfigured the leagues, and we ended up 5th. which I hadn't noticed, if that made sense. So
Yeah.
just for some reason, I don't know why it is, and I sort of do know why it is. They leave it to the last minute to really finally reconfigure the leagues and the numbers of teams. It's always just a bit of chaos for the first race of the beginning of the new year of ZRL.
Yeah.
And it's every year it's been like that as well. So
Yeah.
and this year was just even worse. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you got ought to question, like, is this really the organization structure you want to go with for your flagship series? Because it does seem like there's issues like every time. And I mean, I know, Dustin, you were talking about FOMO. I thought I was gonna have some FOMO skipping this round of ZRL, but then when I heard about the issues with the first TTT, Race Pass is not coming out timely,
Right.
and, having to do a makeup round and all this stuff, I'm like, all right, I don't miss any of this. So
well, we do have to give it to WTRL for actually being willing to do the makeup round, and for those who didn't hear about that, some people either they didn't get the pass in time, or I can't remember what the other issue was, but they weren't able to. Something was wrong with their passes. I think, was that what it was? I think, or does anybody remember?
I think so. I mean, I just saw a lot of
yeah.
So
But
it was the one that if you were one of the early teams, the passes were issued after the races started, and then just because of the lateness of passes going out, some teams didn't get there or didn't access them or get their hands on them quickly enough, and it was all a bit of a rush from that side. The one thing I will say, since obviously that first round, it has been smooth and it's run really, really well. But it's just that it doesn't set the tone for the beginning of the round. But since then, it's been really, had no issues, and there's been and teams have been competing. All the races for the type of race has been really challenging and actually well thought out. So some credit on the course selection is probably worth their feeding back.
The course selection seemed I would agree with that, James. The course selection seems pretty spot on for the events that outline for either scratch race or points race or TTT.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah, it's always easy to talk about the bad things and stuff like that on anything, but it is really nice that to get it going. And you're right, it is the flagship thing, Josh, but it is like how many people are racing each Tuesday? Isn't it's something crazy, like 15,000
at least one or two.
Yeah, at least one or two. Yeah,
two out of three on this podcast at the moment.
Yeah,
there you go.
Definitely.
That's all that matters,
right? Yeah, and I do like the new routes and everything, and that it is a good way for Zwift to be kind of what's called advertising the new routes and everything. So so that's cool too, and the new kit and stuff, whatever new unlocks or whatever they do. So I do like that. So next time though is the only other big issue that I have. Okay, all right. Last thing I'm gonna say is that we have almost a month now between that and the city showdown, which is the next round. So, and that will also be interesting here, but that doesn't start until November 4th. And we have, we're going to be in, looks like in Watopia and Mercury Islands. That's pretty much it. So, again, we've got, it looks like we have 5 races in this one, 2 TTTs. So, woo, that's going to be interesting. So, I don't know. I'm not a TTT fan, but I'll do it because we have to. But, yeah. Especially when they're bookending it, so that you got the first one and then the last one. But wait a second, no, why do they have? No, am I looking at the wrong thing? I'm looking at the wrong thing, I think. Anyway,
we're obviously demonstrating how well we've researched all the information.
Well, because it doesn't have it doesn't have the correct dates on here. It's got I was just looking at this at the ZRL City Showdown thing on their website, and it's got it has the wrong dates on there, but
I think take it with a pinch of salt at the moment. It will be finalized.
Anyway. Yeah.
So the question I would have to you, Dustin, is then with the makeup round, or as I put it, to
Yes.
TTT or not to TTT? Is that the question? So, are your team planning on having another go at it or not?
No, we are not, because we ended up with that shuffle and everything. We ended up second, and I'm like, well, we're not going to really improve. I mean, we could improve on that because we have built more chemistry after that. But you know, because that is one thing I will give to the TTTs, that you do build some pretty quick team chemistry. I would say, and like how to work together and stuff. But especially if you have
that's
people
why
that
the
you've never
order
done.
that's why the order of those races I thought was good, having TTT first.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Builds
that
that
could be the
chemistry.
underlying thing. Yeah, yeah, maybe I just don't know anything. Yeah, which is true. Yeah, so, but we're not going to do it. Are you guys doing it, James?
We're looking to, and the two reasons for that is the first time when we did it, we had 5 riders and one of them was sick, and I think he's still out on course, so I probably should, from a duty of care, actually check to see if he's all right.
Check and see if he's okay.
And we weren't very good, so this is an opportunity. And I think the next main reason is really it's an opportunity to have a race as a team. So I think we're going to take that and deal with the jeopardy of actually whether we improve or not. I think we're going to go out and have a race and have a bit of a laugh and enjoy it, and sort of build that chemistry going into next round. So it's a bit of a free hit. So if we can get if we can get 6 out, we'll race.
Yeah. You want another rider, James?
At the moment, yeah, I'm one light. I'm waiting back on 2 people from our squad. So if they
ball and tell people.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, so that brings us to our next thing about trying to stay sharp during these ZRL rounds, because it is. I mean, it's almost 4 weeks. I think 4 full weeks. I think. Yeah, to get there from October
Doing
7th
Coach
to 10th.
Cat.
Well, I'm definitely doing some Coach Cat, and definitely doing.
Are you
for
listening to what Coach Cat is suggesting? Moreover,
yes, mostly. It's been hard. This it's really hard with work, and I know I keep talking about work, but I've had so many nighttime commitments and everything for work, so it's been really hard, and I have a hard time putting in really hard efforts at like 5 in the morning. Otherwise, I would get up at 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, me
do
too.
that.
Like heart rate's through the moon if I try and
Yeah.
race early.
Has Coach Cat changed the language that it's using to say, you know, it's not me, I'm disappointed, but that sort of line, yeah, trying to sort of guilt trip you into getting out on the bike a bit more?
You know, I feel like nah, not really, but I read into it a lot. But but you can have him. You can ask Coach Cat to respond like anybody you want to. So you can say like, please respond as Darth Vader, and you can actually have him be more negative towards you if you want to. But I keep it positive. I'm a positive person. I try to. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want you to be like a helicopter parent that is overly hard on their child. Like,
yes. You can definitely do that.
I want you to be that father who tries to live vicariously through their son. And yeah, let me know how that responds.
I want to link it. I want to link it to his oven, so the oven starts trash talking him. Don't go to me. Don't cook that. Get on the bike.
Yeah,
everything's gonna be 200 set to 250 for the amount of watts that you can put down.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's
slow
awesome.
cook. You're slow cooking everything.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you can't. Oh, if you want your food cooked, put out 450 watts, or this pizza doesn't get thawed. All right, yeah, I love that. That's awesome. Oh man. Well, I'm going to be doing the Sweatfest races on Tuesday nights, and so shout out to the Sweatfest races. They're like an actual local race in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. And we have I'll put a link out there to the companion app for that. But they actually do like an in-person race, or they did, and then they moved it to Zwift. And then it's just kind of taken off from there. I did it a couple years ago, and it was really, really fun. But it was running at the same time as ZRL, so we weren't able to do all the rounds, so we only did them when we weren't racing, you know, like if we were sitting for that week or whatever, and so then we would do those races. The only thing that that's different is that it's an hour earlier than your normal ZRL time. So I race it like in Indigo at 6:30 p.m. Central, and now it's at 5:30 p.m. Central, and then there's 2 times. There's like a Central or Eastern time.
And these are short races.
Yeah. Yeah,
19.5 kilometers on Tempest.
That's because this one, yeah,
it's gonna be super short.
That's the first one's an ITT. So and then they'll have other races after that. But
Okay,
but
well,
there's
I can dig if it's an ITT.
yeah. So and that's on Tempest, one of my favorite courses, of course. But so we're gonna be doing that. But then there's also another there's a race later in the day, like at 9:30. No, it's 6:30 Central Time and 6:30. No, 6:30 Eastern Time and 6:30 Pacific Time. So I'm not sure what time that is for me. I always I think it's 8:30 or 9:30 p.m.
8:30.
Okay, 8:30. Yeah, good job, Josh. You are
Math is mathin'.
yeah, yeah, you're good at that. But then we gotta yeah. So we'll be doing that. It'll be fun. Come join. I'll definitely put the link up on in the show notes and stuff like that, so you can do that. It's a great series, and if you win, I believe they send you a rubber chicken. So but you got to win. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I know we've been talking about ladder. Make sure that if you haven't gotten your ladder availability to your coach right now, make sure you do that, or to your captain, make sure you do that. That's a plug there for you, Josh. And then
You'll get
also,
hounded.
yeah, and these ladder things. I mean, it's just. I know we alluded to this last week about how ladder has just kind of grown and grown and grown and grown, and it's. I think it's great. And how cool would it be if we could somehow incorporate that into ZRL? I know that would probably be an organizational nightmare, but like doing like a super ladder race or something, or like how DRS did the team time race, where it's something like that, where you're getting across the line as a team.
I found those anything that has like unique scoring or bringing something new to the table, like FRR bringing the whole like rolls and stuff. I mean, I know it's not like super incredibly new, but it is a bit unique compared to your typical scoring methodology. I do find it interesting.
Yes, and speaking of the rolls and everything, is Super Six. You're not super sick of it yet, are you, James? Yeah, let's talk about some FRR Super Six.
Am I super sick of it? That's a good question, Dustin. I think if you'd have spoken to me directly after the second race I did for the US East team in the Gamma, then I was questioning my life choices. But I think.
And I still can't believe, because I'm sorry, but I know you, because you messaged me that day, because I got home that night and I ended up not having to work that night, and it for a whole host of reasons and everything. But anyway, and like he was like, I can get you on Gamma, and then I was like, well, I had to stay and mow the yard instead, which wasn't as fun. But yeah, anyway, continue on. I'm sorry I didn't get to do that race for you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I think for the first race of a new series on a Friday night, there were over 350 riders across 3 time zones that took part. So that was really, really strong. Obviously, the EMEA region was the biggest, and they had the live stream sort of covering that. Which, if you've not had a chance to have a look at it, we'll post the link in chat as well. But they had Nathan and Emma were commentating. It was quite a slick operation. They covered the alpha and the beta teams, and I thought it was really good. I've missed not having some coverage of races that we're involved in. And I think they did a really, really good job as a start, and I think it could be really built on from that side. I'd love to see the live stream coverage spread more widely as we grow the participation, especially in the US time zones, and hopefully we can see that sort of develop. I thought the course was horrific, if it makes sense, and it did cause a bit of it exaggerated some of the challenges of how the velo assessment is calculated, if that makes sense. And and there were some comments made around that. Sorry. And that was really around you had the first sprint, and then you went into a non-categorized climb out of Yorkshire. And for me, I'd gone all in on the sprint. We started climbing. My legs are moving. I just wasn't going far forward and
going backwards.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And finish line points do count. And I know Rich is going to make some tweaks to that as well. But I went as hard as I could. I went from there, and I was absolutely zonked by the end of it. You look at my power numbers, and they're pretty terrible, actually. But at no stage I was backing off any ways from that. So I felt slightly, as a heavier sprinter, slightly beaten up by it, but I think that was because of the course. I think that exaggerated that potential issue. I think next week with a custom finish on Navigate 8 or Nava 8 or however it is pronounced, is going to provide a different thing. To get the sprints up front, then you go into the climb towards the end. So I think there's going to be a different dynamic that comes into play from there. But it was good. The wildcard challenge was really interesting. It was the first 10 over the line on the second sprint. So you really had a trade-off of, do you position your GC rider, do you position your sprinter, or do you position your climber? And the two teams I raced for, we both ended up sort of changing our mind and going with the climber, and both of them got in. There was one stage I was debating whether I was going to do it. I was miles away. I was in. I'd stop for tea and scones.
Yeah,
so
and a beer.
Yeah, pretty much. I was watching like, hi. So that didn't quite work for me, but it's interesting how that dynamic is definitely going to play into the series. So that was really good. I do think overall it was really positive, and I would encourage any of the viewers or listeners if they to go and have a look at the live stream, and definitely if they can get involved, because I think as it grows, it's going to be a really, really exciting series to participate in. So thumbs up for me.
My first go will be this Friday, so looking forward to it.
Right.
It would be nice if some of the riders didn't go to Yale band pop concerts on the same time as when the racing's taking place. But we had 11 teams out. We're going to have hopefully 12 next week. And the feedback that I've had from the riders in our club has been really positive, but also a little bit of a shell shock with like, oh my word, that hurt from that side. But everyone contributed, everyone participated, and I think they all enjoyed it. And if we can build on that, then I think it's going to be positive for the future.
Yeah. And it's awesome just doing all those different formats and everything in different scoring formats. It's so cool. Yeah. Well, good. I hope to get to do this at some point, but Friday night is kind of a hard night. But again, I don't have much of a life, so I don't have too much going on.
Your life is Zwifting.
Yeah, it should be anyway, according to Coach Cat. Yeah, but or he's gonna talk to my oven and mess up my food, burn everything.
That's worth noting, the flexibility. You don't have to commit to every race in the entire series. You can dip in and out, and I know we all race for the same club, but the coalition setup means we're going to be flexibly moving riders in and around depending on that availability. The key aim is get five riders out. If we are in the luxurious position of having more available, then we're looking at how we can slot them into other teams where available from that perspective. So it's administratively a bit of a challenge, as thankfully I'm hoping not as bad as a ladder team, but it's not far off it at the moment.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, thanks for doing that. Thanks to you guys for both being captains and coordinators, and then also thanks to all the captains and coordinators out there, past, present, and future, because it's usually many hands make light work, right? So it helps to have a lot of other people there to help out with that. But definitely this is so thanks for everybody for doing that. So awesome, good job, man. And I can't wait to watch some more of those streams and everything too. So you got to get set up with your streaming, James, so we can watch you do all this.
Yeah, you wouldn't have wanted that on Friday. I'll tell you that for nothing.
We got to get it set up so that the problem, I wish that when you watch it on your phone, like you have to have two devices, like, so you either have to have like a computer to watch it and your phone to jump around. I really wish you could just watch it from your phone within the app, so you could text to people. Besides because you can watch it on the delay on like a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream, but there's a delay, right? So anyway.
Yeah, it was funny. Nathan in the live commentary was stating, and the teams will be talking about their tactics, about what they're doing, this and that. And I was like, no, they're not. They're all screwed after the first sprint. They're all blowing out their eyes. Heavy breathing. There's going to be cursing. And then maybe the captain very occasionally going, well done, team, keep going. Go. That's about it.
Go. Yeah.
And the two experiences I had on Discord audio were bit of chat, first sprint, death. It's like, keep going to the finish. Good luck, everyone. All for yourself.
Favorite part about like all the strategy that goes into this. I mean, half the fun is just like just hypothesizing, like what's the best wheel set selection, what's the best like strategy for this, and then there's paragraphs in the team chat about like what you want to do, and then all that goes out the window in the first 5 minutes of the race anyway. But where heavy breathing
Yes, for
takes
sure.
effect instead of verbal strategizing.
I think the only agreed approach was we're just going to rip the legs off each other. It was like a ridiculous sort of chain gang ride. It was like they just went, and it was like, this is going to ease off. This is going to ease off.
Nope. Yeah.
Help. But yeah, and I must admit, even I say out of that first climb, and it wasn't, it's just draggy. I was giving it the best I could. I just couldn't hold on to some of them. And the only redeeming factor in the US race is I'd managed to hold on to the front group. We got up to the first climb segment. I still got dropped. It's nice to be at the front for a bit longer. So I just can't wait to a flat course and get my own back on all those blooming climbers. That'd be nice.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Well, yeah, I definitely want to watch some more of this too. Which that reminds me, I was watching my other teammates race on Thursday night, and because I had to work late, and anyway, so I had the computer on, and then all the heavy breathing was on, and I had to quickly mute because all the other people around me were like, "What are you watching?" No, I'm doing work. I promise. But yes, so man, that is awesome to be able to cheer on our teammates and everything, and I can't wait to see that, James. I want to watch your time zone next time. That's gonna be great. Yeah, if I can, because I think it's your time is I think around it's around my lunchtime, I think, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. We race 6:30 UK time, so that would be 5 hours earlier.
Yeah, so it should be.
The time zones. Trying to work it out on each.
Oh my gosh!
I just lost the plot on it from that side.
If it wasn't for that time zone converter. That thing, I wouldn't.
The fancy, the fancy Discord tool.
Yes, thank you for showing me that, Josh. Well, and then we also have the Tour of Britain is coming up too, but that's not till November, so that's gonna be cool. But then other than that, I know you guys are both gravel riders as I am as well. And before we close out the episode, I'm going for a gravel ride today. New roads. I'm really looking forward to it. How about you guys? How are James? How's your gravel thing? Your bike did it get any more completed at all?
No, still haven't bled the brakes yet, so we're not going out on that in a hurry. So I'm hoping by next weekend I can get it done because the weather's actually still quite nice here in the UK.
Yeah.
So this afternoon would be an amazing opportunity to get out and go out, but I just haven't got around to sorting it out. So that's on the to-do list. And apologies for the tail.
Yeah, it's all right. That's all right.
Got the cat jumping in.
And how about you, Josh? The gravel adventure bike, is it going okay? Hey, there's.
Oh yeah. We got a nice. Sorry, James's animal.
Yeah.
sorry, the beast is in view.
Yeah.
But it's going well. Added suspension lockout, and that's been nice. Like I said, it's been worth about 1 to 2 miles an hour on the flats and uphill. So. Definitely a game changer. Feels very comfy though, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was thinking about you last night because I was getting my bike ready for my ride today, and I was gonna get my adventure bike with the gravel fork and everything, or not the gravel fork, the mountain bike. It's just a mountain bike with drop bars, and that's what I was gonna ride today because I'm gonna go for a ride. But then it's supposed to be champagne gravel, so it's supposed to be really smooth, and so I'm gonna ride my Damani with gravel tires on it, but gravel wheels. But
no crashing. No,
I hope not. But it's like I was pulling my bike down. And I'm like, I know, even with guns like these, I mean, not guns. I don't want to promote violence, but even with pythons like these, it was hard to get down. And I'm like, my gosh, it was like it weighs like 31, 32 pounds. Then I get my Damani, and it's like 20 pounds. I'm like, it's so hard to get to that. Anyway, all right. So speaking of heavy things, we'll just. I guess it's time. Look at that. And James, what's your dog's name real quick for everybody? Or should we leave it as trivia? No.
This is Prentice. He's a 8-year-old salt and pepper miniature schnauzer.
Nice.
So, there he is. Looking proper. He's just drunk my coffee froth is what he's done. He's come in here, just photobombed it, drunk all my coffee froth. Look, here we go. And then he'll just go. He'll just go, right, so see ya, done.
Yep.
Yeah, I've come in for my check-in.
Yeah, I've got what I want. Yeah, go away. At least he hasn't got onto the desk, and basically what he has done on calls at work, he gets onto the desk, turns around, and you just get a picture of his arse on the camera. It makes sense, just like.
Yeah. Well, and since we're on video, that would be perfect. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be perfect, but yeah, we can save that for a different time. But yeah. Well, Josh and James, thank you both for being here, and thank you to everyone listening this week and every week, and thank you for the people watching as well. We got to give a shout out to all of our teams, and for sure, and shout out to everyone listening as well, and listening to while you're riding too. It's kind of meta, I guess, if you think about that, listening to the Zwift-based podcast.
Look at this guy talking in teen slang.
Yeah, I know. Yes, you know me. So, well, again, if you have any questions, please, or recipe ideas, jump on our Discord and you can leave them there. And you can also talk to us. You can see us in Watopia, like I saw Josh just the other day, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, the people were going crazy. I saw someone typed, "Is that Josh from Watopian Weekly?" Oh my gosh! Yeah, it was awesome. So that was pretty cool, and it was also fun warming up with you too, Josh. But then thank you again to everybody. And do you guys have any other shout outs or anything we need to do before the end?
The Super Six team,
Yes.
beta folks, thanks for leading us to the promised land in my absence. I'll be there to bring us down a notch, so don't worry.
To level it out.
Yeah. I think I'll be the lowest velo on the squad, so I'll be struggling. I'm there to sprint and then pass out.
That's the spirit. How about you, James?
I think I'd only want to say thank you to everyone who participated in both the Super Six, and hope that grows. I think if everyone gets the word out, we can definitely improve that. And again, anyone who's been racing Zwift Racing League, the only reason these events work is people participating. So I definitely encourage anyone who listens or watches and doesn't race to get involved and try it out, because I think it's probably the best part of being on the Zwift platform. So I definitely try it, give it a go, get involved in a team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I have to give a shout out to Epiphany and Unuranium. I think I got it right this time, finally, for the first time ever. So, well, thank you, everybody, again, and thank you, Josh and James. And I hope everybody has a good day. And you know what? We'll see you in Watopia.